Welcome to English Passage, the channel where you don't just study English, you experience it. In this video, we'll walk through 5 powerful short stories that will help you build your English naturally. Each story is short, meaningful, and packed with useful English patterns. We listen, pause to explain key points, and then practice repeating and retelling the story. Looking for a simple, fun, and powerful way to improve your English? In this lesson from English Passage, you learn how to grow your vocabulary, grammar, listening, and speaking, all through 5 short, engaging stories. Each story is carefully crafted to teach you natural English in context. With every sentence, you'll hear real-world expressions, pronunciation patterns, and useful vocabulary that will help you speak more fluently and confidently. This video is ideal for English learners who love storytelling, beginners to intermediate learners who want to improve, anyone who wants to practice English in a natural, enjoyable way. Listen, learn, and repeat, because fluency starts with stories. So let's begin this story-based journey to fluent English, one passage at a time. Phase 1. The Crow and the Pitcher. Our first story is a well-known fable that teaches the value of intelligence and persistence. One hot summer day, a thirsty crow was flying over a dry field in search of water. After a long and tiring search, he finally spotted a pitcher standing near a garden fence under the shade of an old tree. Eagerly, the crow flew down and looked inside. There was water at the bottom, but the neck of the pitcher was too narrow and the water level was far too low. The crow stretched his beak but couldn't reach it. He tried pushing the pitcher over, but it was too heavy and stable. He fluttered his wings in frustration, hopping in circles, but then paused, tilting his head in thought. Suddenly, an idea sparked in his clever mind. He began collecting small pebbles scattered on the ground nearby. One by one, he dropped the stones into the pitcher. At first, nothing seemed to change, but gradually, the water level began to rise. Encouraged, the crow kept going. His effort was slow but steady. Finally, after many trips back and forth, the water reached the top of the pitcher. The crow dipped his beak and drank deeply. Refreshed and proud, the crow took one last look at his clever solution and flew away into the sky, leaving the pitcher standing tall with a lesson inside it. Where there is a will, there is a way. Focus. 1. Vocabulary. Pitcher, beak, thirsty, clever, pebble, solution. 2. Grammar. Past simple, sequencing with first, then, finally. 3. Expression. Where there's a will, there's a way. Phase 2. The Goose that Laid the Golden Eggs. In a quiet countryside village, a humble farmer discovered that one of his geese had laid an egg made entirely of shining gold. At first, he couldn't believe it. He tapped it, weighed it, and examined it under the morning sun. It was real. He rushed to sell it in the market and returned home with more money than he had ever earned in a day. The next morning, the same goose laid another golden egg. The farmer's fortune began to grow, and soon he and his wife became known as the wealthiest couple in the village. Day after day, the goose continued to lay a single golden egg. But as their wealth increased, so did their impatience. Why wait every day for just one egg? They wondered. What if there are many golden eggs inside the goose right now? Greedy for more, they made a tragic decision. One morning, without hesitation, the farmer took a knife and cut the goose open. To their horror, there were no golden eggs inside, only the same organs found in any normal goose. The magic was gone. The golden eggs stopped coming. The goose that brought them wealth was gone, and so was their dream of endless riches. From that day forward, they were left only with regret, learning that greed and impatience can destroy even the greatest blessings. Focus. 1. Vocabulary. Treasure, greed, wealth, impatient, destroy, regret. 2. Grammar. Past simple, past perfect, cause and effect. 3. Expression. Don't kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. Phase 3. The ant and the grasshopper. On a bright summer day, a hard-working ant was busy gathering food. He carried grains one by one back to his home, working steadily from morning until night. Though the weather was pleasant and food was easy to find, the ant knew that winter would come soon. Nearby, a carefree grasshopper played his fiddle and danced in the tall grass. He laughed when he saw the ant working so hard. "Why don't you relax?" he said. "There's plenty of food. Come enjoy the sunshine." The ant replied calmly, "I'm storing food for winter. It won't stay warm forever." But the grasshopper ignored his warning and continued to play. As the weeks passed, the weather changed. Leaves fell, and cold winds began to blow. The ant rested comfortably in his warm home, his storage full of food. But the grasshopper had nothing, no shelter, no food, and no music. Hungry and freezing, he knocked on the ant's door. "Please," he said, "can you spare some food?" The ant gave him a small meal and gently said, "Next time, remember, what you do today prepares you for tomorrow." This story reminds us that discipline, planning, and steady effort are the keys to success both in life and in learning. Focus. 1. Vocabulary. Fiddle, grain, shelter, prepare, regret, steady. 2. Grammar. Past simple, contrasting actions. 3. Expression. What you do today prepares you for tomorrow. Phase 4. The Fox and the Grapes. In this classic fable, a hungry fox was wandering through a forest on a hot afternoon. He hadn't eaten all day, and his stomach growled with hunger. Just then, he noticed a bunch of ripe, juicy grapes hanging from a vine that draped over a high tree branch. The grapes looked delicious, plump, round, and glistening in the sunlight. The fox's mouth watered at the sight. Eager to taste them, he stood on his hind legs and jumped as high as he could. But the grapes were just out of reach. He tried again, taking a running leap. Still, he couldn't touch them. Refusing to give up, he backed up, took a longer run, and leapt again. But no matter how hard he tried, the grapes remained too high. After several exhausting attempts, the fox was tired, sore, and out of breath. Frustrated and embarrassed by his failure, the fox turned away and muttered to himself, "Those grapes are probably sour anyway." With his pride intact, he walked off into the woods, leaving the grapes untouched and the real reason for his failure hidden beneath his words. This story teaches a common truth about human behavior. When people fail to achieve something, they often convince themselves it wasn't important. Rather than admit defeat, they pretend they didn't want it in the first place. Focus. 1. Vocabulary. Wine, juicy, leap, attempt, pretend, soar, mutter, exhausted. 2. Grammar. Past continuous, reported speech, contrasting actions. 3. Expression. Saw grapes. Phase 5. The Tortoise and the Hare. This well-known fable teaches us that speed alone does not guarantee success. It begins with a boastful Hare who loved showing off how fast he could run. He would laugh at the slow-moving tortoise every time they crossed paths. "You're so slow, the hare would say, "You'll never win anything at that pace." The tortoise, calm and wise, never responded rudely. But one day, tired of being mocked, he quietly challenged the hare to a race. Amused and confident, the hare laughed. "A race? Against you? This will be easy," he said. A start and finish line were marked, and the animals of the forest gathered to watch. The race began. The hare shot forward at lightning speed, quickly leaving the tortoise far behind. Feeling sure of victory, the hare decided to take a break. "I have plenty of time," he thought. He found a shady tree, lay down, and soon fell asleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued his slow but steady pace. He didn't stop, didn't rush, and didn't worry. Step by step, he moved forward, calm, focused, and consistent. Eventually, the tortoise passed the sleeping hare and neared the finish line. When the hare finally woke up, he saw the tortoise just about to win. He ran as fast as he could, but it was too late. The tortoise had already crossed the line. The forest erupted in applause. The hare, shocked and embarrassed, learned a lesson he would never forget. Consistency, patience, and humility are more important than arrogance and speed. This fable reminds us that steady effort and quiet confidence often lead to success, not just in racing, but also in learning, growing, and mastering any skill, including English. Focus. 1. Vocabulary: boastful, mock, challenge, steady, patience, consistency, erupt. 2. Grammar: past simple, adverbs of manner, time clauses, when, while. 3. Expression: slow and steady wins the race. Thank you for joining us here on English Passage. We hope today's story helped you grow your vocabulary, improve your comprehension, and build confidence in your spoken English. Remember, the more you listen, repeat, and retell, the stronger your fluency becomes. So go ahead, watch this story again, practice out loud, and try telling it in your own words. That's how progress happens. One sentence, one story, one step at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new story-based lesson. And tell us in the comments, what was your favorite phrase or new word today? We'd love to hear how you're growing. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep moving forward, one passage at a time. See you in the next story. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.